is Robert Roberts. At 7, Aaron Jeremiah. 8, Warren Stevens. 9, Paul Rowley. At 10, John Hill. 11, Melangi Styles. 12, Tommy Grundy. And 13, Tim Yonkers. On the bench for the Centurions is 14, John Clough. 15, Sam Butterworth. 16, Chris Hill. And 17, John Cookson. So Leigh recover possession from the kick-off. And this is Tommy Grundy taking the drive. Paul Rowley just getting into acting half-back, looking to release the forwards. In fact, it's gone to Miles Greenwood. Greenwood, he's upended, two-man tackle. They're wrestling with him. Eventually they get him to the deck and he'll play the ball just short of the 40-metre line. Rowley now onto Roberts. Roberts taking the defence on, bounces away from one. Low down was Dean Lawford with the stop. Rowley again attacking down the short side. That's a fine run from Tommy Grundy up to the 40-metre line. It's the last tackle in this set, and Rowley again keeps things down the short side, kicking on. This is Danny Morn taking the drive for Dewsbury and the kick return. And this is youngster Ryan Glynn driving up from dummy half. He just breaks past the 20-metre mark before running into the solid frames of Stevens and Yonkers. Stevens again involved in the next tackle along with Grundy. This is now the big number 10 Dominic Maloney. Big things expected of this young player here at Dewsbury, only 19 years of age. Haig at dummy half feeds the ball onto Lawford. Hobson grounded on the halfway line. It's back now with Francis Maloney. Maloney kicks deep. It's one for Leroy Rivette to take, and he'll try and centre the move. Runs it back in centre field, then finds himself carried back a couple of metres. He'll play the ball 15 metres out from his own line. This is now Greenwood. Greenwood breaks the 20-metre line. And Rowley now at dummy half. Feeds the ball to Warren Stevens. Stevens up to the 30. Quick play the ball for Rowley. Now it's with Roberts. Roberts kicks deep. It's over the head of Glynn. It's one for him to shuffle back and chase. Glynn gets hold of the ball and runs it back, but that's a solid kick chase from the Centurions. 8 players in the line then. Tackle coming in from Melangi Styles. It's all out wide now for Dewsbury. That has to be a good tackle from Leroy Rivette. Adam Hughes also involved. Hughes actually wearing number 4. Dale Olstead in 3. So that's another change. Little slip past from Bretherton. That's Francis Maloney grounded on the halfway line. This is Maloney's 50th appearance for Dewsbury. This now the 13, Josh Whedon. Whedon looking at a bit of trickery, but it doesn't outfox anybody on that occasion. It's the last tackle in this set, and Maloney again kicks deep. Awkward bounce, and into the arms, the grateful arms one should say, of Dave Olstead. He'll play the ball back to Rob Smythe, and Smythe running in centre field, only gains a couple of metres forward. Greenwood's in at dummy half, ships the ball to John Hill. Hill driving forward, met by a 3-man welcoming committee, but still he manages to carry it over the 30-metre line. Rowley's in at the play the ball and ships it on now to Stevens. Stevens with another solid run. 3 men in the stop. Sniping run from Rowley, links with Yonkers. Now this is Stevens. Stevens puts his shoulder to the pump and carries Leigh up to the 40-metre line. Referee Robert Hicks just wanting Dewsbury back. Little kick goes in over the top from Jeremiah. All on, waves our match official, and Yonkers is stopped in the tackle. There is a man down on the floor. There's a bit of a bad collision. And the first couple of minutes, well, Leigh, that was the first meaningful attack. Hopefully the player will be okay to continue. Nobody likes to see injuries on the rugby field. To refer to our match official, he was jolly on the spot. Just trying to look and see who it was. I've got a feeling it might be Leigh Close. And Dewsbury are going to be forced into an early change. lad's not quite sure which day it is. Sympathetic round of applause. And the Rams player leaves the field. So the tackle count restarts. And this is John Hill. Hill almost stretching to the line. Rowley. Out now to Yonkers. Yonkers spinning. He's trying to get the ball down. He's well held up by two Dewsbury defenders. Rowley once more. On to Hennemeyer. Hennemeyer looks wide. It's a knock on, however, from Roberts. Thankfully, it was also a knock on from Danny Morn. And the Dewsbury player going straight into the dressing rooms beneath us. So we're going to have a scrum, head and feet to the Rams. Dean Lawford to feed, he collects at the base, hands on to Danny Morn. Morn tries to break the 10-metre line and he'll look to play the ball back to Luke Haig. Haig picks it up and scoops it into the arms of the runner number 10, Dominic Maloney. So far Rams' progress is a little bit slow. Whedon looks for a few more metres. He's got it up to the 20-metre mark. Plays the ball back to Haig. Haig ships it to Lawford. Lawford puts it wide to Crowthers. Crowthers been in good form so far this season. 4 tries in 4 games for the experienced second rowman. This is now Hobson, former Halifax man, carrying the ball forward, then being forced back by Melangi Styles. Last tackle in this set, says our match official. And Maloney just kicks it downfield. It's one for Miles Greenwood to pick up, and he runs it back with a little bit of venom, only as far as the 30-metre mark. Rowley on to Tommy Grundy. Grundy just tried to outfox Crowthers with the step, and Crowthers was up to the task in defence. This is now Alstead. Alstead up just past the halfway line. Rowley on to Yonkers. Yonkers again doing the tough stuff in midfield. Leigh again try the short side. That's 5 metres from Tommy Grundy. Plays the ball, quick play the ball for Rowley. Rowley looks for options, kicks it forward. It's one for Morn and he drops on it. And he'll play the ball right on his try line. Dewsbury fans screaming that the man was held. Another physical challenge coming in. This is Hobson. Hobson shipping the ball on now to Whedon. This time Dewsbury get the penalty. First penalty of the game goes the way of the Rams. Lawford bangs it into touch. And Luke Haig will tap. Look for Lawford. He looks towards Whedon. In fact, it's Maloney, I do apologise. Melangi Styles it was with the stop. Hobson once more. Good tackle from Stevens and Roberts. Maloney signalling where he wants his runners. Gets the ball to Whedon. Whedon slips, one tackle, then makes the break up centre field. Has he got support with him? He tosses it inside and Maloney will go in for the first try of the game. The game is but 7 minutes old, and under the sticks has gone Francis Maloney. It's marked his 50th appearance for Dewsbury with a try. That's Maloney's 3rd try of the season. And it gives the Rams the early lead in this game. So we just await the ball going back to Maloney for the attempted conversion. Should be a mere formality for Maloney. And in this spell with Dewsbury, Maloney has kicked over 180 goals. Converts comfortably enough, and the lead is hoisted up to 6 points to 0. So 8.5 minutes gone of this game, and the Rams leading 6 points to 0. Back to the halfway line with Aaron Jeremiah to get us back underway again. So will Jeremiah look for distance with this kick? It's a high hanging one. Bounces on the 10-metre line. It's a knock on from Lawford. That's the mistake that the Centurions were hunting, and can they reply immediately? The scrum will pack down and Roberts will feed. So Roberts feeds the scrum, passes on for Jeremiah. Jeremiah steps inside Maloney. Leigh gets a penalty. Attempted trip, says Mr. Hicks. Leigh tap it quickly, and John Hill gets on with things. Drives Leigh to within sight of the try line. Rowley out to Jeremiah. Jeremiah links with Roberts. Roberts dummies. Tries to lay the ball off. Manages to do so to Greenwood. Greenwood stopped 10 metres out from the line. Plays the ball back to Rowley. Rowley out to Grundy. Grundy's got there. Well, that was a fine run from Grundy. It took him through 2 attempted tackles. And Tommy Grundy, he's gone in for his second try of the season. Immediate reply for the Centurions. Just 10 minutes on the board.
On the score for the Leigh Centurions, number 12, Tommy Grundy.
So it's Aaron Jeremiah who will attempt the conversion. He's kicked 8 goals so far this season. This one a difficult attempt from the sideline. While Jeremiah has lined this conversion attempt up, the Centurions have gathered in the middle of the field just for a quick meeting and an appraisal of how things have been going. And the clock has been stopped. Jeremiah, 20 points to his name so far this season. And in the last game against Widnes, he crossed through the 100-point barrier for the Centurions. It's a good attempt from Jeremiah, but it's waved the wrong side of the post. And Dewsbury, they still have the lead here at the Tetley Stadium. It's 6 points to 4 in their favour. So the ball's back to halfway with Dean Lawford, the former Halifax and Sheffield and Leeds amongst others. Halfback looking to get things back underway. It's a short hanging kick-off, and it's taken comfortably. And Dewsbury on the charge. That was Chris Hall. Hall looking for a quick play of the ball, and he's not getting it, so the Rams have their second penalty. Luke Haig taps it, passes for Lawford. Lawford looks wide for Maloney. Maloney taking on the defence, only as far as Hughes and Jeremiah with the stop. Into acting half goes Bretherton. Bretherton feeds the ball to Whedon. Whedon lets it go to Hobson, but Hobson's grounded 10 metres away from the line. Good defence from the Centurions there. Haig just foraging forward. Stopped 5 metres out from the line by Tommy Grundy. This is now Lawford. Lawford, low pass. Bretherton couldn't take it. In fact, he managed to lay it off quite brilliantly to Hobson. Lovely long ball. And Dewsbury, they've replied. They've got their second try of this game. And it's Alex Bretherton with the score. So Bretherton scoring well out wide. And it's currently 10 points to 4.
Number 12, Alex Bretherton.
was a great ball from Dean Lawford. Spotted that Leigh had just condensed their defence slightly and getting Bretherton over on the edges. So this is a difficult kick for Francis Maloney. And the inquest goes on into how Leigh could concede that try. They were certainly caught unawares at the kick-off when I think it was Chris Hall who managed to recover that high-hanging kick. Maloney. It's a great kick from the little standoff. And Dewsbury now lead by 12 points to 4.
The brilliant conversion there, ladies and gentlemen, from number 6, Francis Maloney, sponsored by Nadia and Rebecca Scott.
So that try coming 14 minutes into this first half. And Jeremiah. This time it's another high-hanging kick taken by Lawford. He links with Crowthers. Crowthers to centre the move, only as far as the 10-metre line. He'll play the ball back to Luke Haig. Plenty of pointing going on in the Dewsbury ranks. And that's the number 16, Martin Robinson, with his first touch. Haig onto Hobson. Hobson takes a big tackle from Yonkers and Hill. Now this is Dominic Maloney. Maloney crashing over the 30-metre line. Quick play the ball for Haig. This is Hobson. Hobson flicking the ball to Whedon. Last tackle in the set. Lawford kicks it long. Miles Greenwood just shuffles across. Collects it at the second time of asking. Then heads down the short side, but only as far as the 10-metre line before being stopped in that tackle from Hall. That's Rob Smythe. Again unable to make much ground, but Leigh have the penalty once more. The second penalty of the game. Penalty count currently 2 apiece on the scoreboard where it matters most. The Rams have the front. It's 12 points to 4. Aaron Jeremiah buries that ball into touch, and the Centurions will start this attack 35 metres out from their own line. Rob Smythe it is with the first drive, and it's only as far as Luke Haig. This is Grundy. 1 try to his name so far. Plays the ball back for Rowley. Rowley onto Jeremiah. Jeremiah delays his pass. It was a short one for Tim Yonkers. Yonkers is up to the 30-metre line. Centurions travelling quite well in this set so far. Jeremiah. Flat pass along the line for Hill. And Hill stumbles his way another 5 metres forward before playing the ball back to Rowley. Jeremiah. Jeremiah out wide to Hughes. Hughes takes on Maloney. And the standoff comes up with a great tackle. Styles onto Jeremiah. Jeremiah keeps his kick low, keeps his kick short. Lynn is up to the task. He'll now play the ball back to Whedon. And Dewsbury have been making good progress on that particular run. Hit coming in from Hughes and Jeremiah. This is Bretherton. That's a big tackle from Hill. Now this is Hobson. Hobson onto Lawford. Lawford out wide to Crowthers. Crowthers further wide. I think that might be the fullback Glenn. Just linking in. Last tackle in this set. Lawford kicks it from dummy half. It's a spiralling kick. Taken comfortably enough by Miles Greenwood, who looks to centre the move. Tackle comes in from Bretherton. He plays the ball back 40 metres out from his own line. This is Styles now. Elangi Styles upended in a great tackle from Luke Haig. This is Stevens. Stevens up past the halfway line. Quick play the ball to Rowley. Now that's Grundy. The ball goes loose from Olstead. Smythe was able to recover, but the touch judge's flag was raised. And it means we've got a scrum with hen and feed to the Rams. Rams are looking to get Andrew Bostock back on the field. He was the player that went off earlier on. I thought it was the winger Leigh Close, but I was mistaken. Meanwhile, Maloney further wide to Glynn. Glynn scragged in the tackle by Adam Hughes. Now this is Leigh Close, the former Hull FC wingman, just centering the move. Hay onto Maloney, Dominic Maloney doing the hard yards up to the halfway line. Leigh wrestling with him, eventually ground him just inside the Leigh half. Slow play of the ball. That's a good straight run for Crowthers. Using all his experience there to try and catch Leigh markers out. This is now the number 16 Robinson. Robinson up to the 20-metre line. Last tackle in this set. Rams go to the left, but Lawford reverses things out to the right. It's a kick onto Close, and Close is just stopped short by Rivette and Adam Hughes. So we've got a turnover just 5 metres out from the Leigh line. Hughes plays the ball to Rivette. Rivette quickly goes to ground. Quick play the ball now for Rowley. This is Styles. Styles stopped just shy of the 20-metre mark. This is Jeremiah now. Jeremiah taking on the defence. Haig once more is up to the task alongside club captain Kevin Crowthers. John Cookson's just gone out there and noticed, but this is Rob Roberts. Roberts looking for support, and it arrives in Cookson. Cookson wrestles his way forward to the 40-metre mark. Quick play the ball to Rowley. This is Roberts. Roberts has the ball in one hand. It's knocked on by Dave Olstead. He was never comfortable taking that one in. "21 minutes into the game, the Rams still hold a 12-4 advantage. Centurions are trying things, and you do feel that if it starts to stick, they might cause this Dewsbury defence some problems. But so far, the Rams giving as good as they've got. They were just holding the ball in the scrum there. Lawford takes possession, hands it on to Maloney. He looks for Bostock. Bostock manages to get through Hughes, and he's still going, is Bostock, and he's still going. They can't bring him to ground. They'll play the ball just inside the 40-metre line. This is Close now. Close heads forward, only as far as Chris Hill. This is now Maloney. Maloney links with Lawford. Dewsbury have men in motion. This is Hall. They're certainly giving this one heck of a go are the Rams. Crowthers onto Lawford. Lawford onto Robinson. Robinson again driving at the heart of the Leigh defence. The Centurions are struggling to contain this Dewsbury pack. Lawford further wide, it's intercepted into the arms of Hughes. Hughes, is anybody going to stop him? Leroy Rivette's alongside him, but nobody is going to get anywhere near Adam Hughes, who marks his return from injury with an interception try, and that's dragged the Centurions back into this game, slightly against the run of play, one has to admit. The Rams were coming forward with purpose, but Hughes picked off the pass. And ran 70 metres upfield to complete a try at the other end. So the Centurions grabbed their second try, 22.5 minutes on the clock. It'll be Aaron Jeremiah to try and convert. So Jeremiah, difficult conversion attempt. Mr. Hicks stops the clock again. So can Jeremiah land goal number 9 of the season? Taking his time, measuring things up. It's a short running, and that's 2 further points for the Centurions. So the scoreline here at Tetley Stadium, 23 minutes gone. It's 12 points to 10 to Dewsbury.
A successful conversion there from Aaron Jeremiah.
So ball's back on halfway with Lawford. Lawford again loops his kick high. This time Roberts is underneath it, finds himself forced back and lays the ball off now to Miles Greenwood. Greenwood, bit of open field running in front of it. Has the ball reefed out. Mr. Hicks waves play on. He did look towards the touch judge, and there was nothing forthcoming from the touch judge, so Dewsbury recover possession. This is Dominic Maloney. Maloney up beyond the 20 metre mark. Leigh standing, wrestling with the player before grounding him. This is Haig. Haig onto Lawford. Lawford further wide to Maloney. Maloney now takes on Hughes. Just inside him, Jeremiah came up with the stop. That's Bretherton, almost allowed to slip through the net. Haig onto Lawford. Men in motion out wide. That's Hall. Hall still having the devil's own job to keep Hall out there. This is a slow play of the ball, and in fact in the end Mr. Hicks' patience snapped, so the penalty goes the way of the Rams, who currently lead 12-10 on the scoreboard, remember. Luke Haig looking to keep the pressure on. Maloney laying the pass onto Robinson, who's just about stopped short. This is Lawford. Lawford steps, almost through, he's to the line, he's got the ball down. And Lawford scoring his first try of the season. He's got the full set now. Prior to today's game, he kicked a goal and a drop goal. And that try from Lawford stretches the Rams' advantage up to 16 points to 10. Conversion to come.
The star record is the Rams, number 7, Dean Lawford. Sponsored by West Riding Licensed Professional Greens.
So Leigh's close in defence, which was so effective last week, seems to be letting them down on occasions so far today. Maloney converts comfortably, and the scoreline now here at the Tetley Stadium, it's now 18 points to 10 in Dewsbury's favour. So it's back to the halfway line with Aaron Jeremiah.
Francis Maloney, sponsored by Nadia and Rebecca Scott.
It's a kick into the open spaces. Ryan Glynn, the former Bradford Bull starlet, underneath it. Takes the ball comfortably, plays the ball to the last try scorer, Lawford. This is the big figure of David Bates, who spent time with York last season at Weedon. Looks to release Robinson. Robinson's proving a tricky customer to try and tackle for the Centurions. Now this is Bostock. Bostock tries to put a step on Hughes. Hughes up to the task. And I notice as well that Liam Finn has gone to the field. That's a powerful run forward by Bretherton. Thought about offloading, then thought better of it. It's the last tackle in this set. High kick. That's a real spiralling kick from Maloney. And Bostock takes possession. Dewsbury have recovered possession, now it's with Close. Close is half checked by Styles. Tackle completed by Greenwood, and the tackle count is wiped down to 0. This is Weedon. Weedon again looking to pierce the defence. made that great break about 10-15 minutes ago. This is Lawford. Lawford out wide to Crowthers. Crowthers tries to palm the ball back on the inside. It's gone forward, so that try is going to be disallowed. Hall thought he'd opened his account for the season, but instead a knock-on was ruled, so the Centurions will look to take possession 10 metres out from their own line. And the Rams certainly troubling this Leigh side at the moment. Stoppage in play whilst Lawford receives some attention. I'm sure Lawford will be okay to continue. Experienced campaigner. Played for several clubs, including stints in Super League with Leeds, Sheffield and also Widnes. The clock has been stopped. And time's back on, so Roberts feeds the scrum. Long pass on to Jeremiah. Jeremiah steps, then drives the ball forward up past the 20-metre mark. Had to be a good tackle from Bretherton. This is Rowley. Now this is Chris Hill. Hill driving up to the 30-metre line. Leigh could do with some field position. John Cookson will try and buy it for them. Lays the ball off. Leigh have worked something out on the right. And Tommy Grundy's having a pretty good game there. Seems to be a short arming. I'm not quite sure what happened there. But Mr. Hicks won't stand for any of this. Speaks with Robert Roberts. And it's Liam Finn who's also being spoken to by the referee. Meanwhile, the Centurions have the penalty. 3-3 currently on that score. Where it counts on the board though, it's 18-10 in favour of the Rams. Can Leigh mount an attack here? This is Rob Smythe. Smythe up just beyond the 20-metre mark. They're wrestling with him. And he'll play the ball back to Rowley. Rowley delays his pass for Roberts. Roberts holding the ball one-handed. He was looking for someone coming to him. No one did. Styles now. Driving forward from dummy half. Good solid drive from Styles. Leigh in the shadow of those uprights. Rowley onto Cookson. Cookson, can he get there? Cookson, I think, has crossed the line. The referee awards the score, and that's another power-packed try from John Cookson. Scored the eventual match winner last week against Widnes.
The score there for the Leigh Centurions, number 17, John Cookson.
Grunt. We're going to use that. Use that.
Few technical problems there, but Aaron Jeremiah strokes home the conversion. The Centurions right back in this one. It's 18 points to 16 that they trail. So, ball's back on the halfway line with Dean Lawford. Again, he's got massive height on that one. Dewsbury underneath it, it's bounced down. There was 2 knock-ons in that move, and the head and feed goes the way of the Centurions, who, it will be fair to say, have been rattled so far in this first half. Roberts to feed the scrum. Hands the ball on to Miles Greenwood. Greenwood just looking for an opening in front of him. It didn't arrive. Glenn with the stop. This is Jeremiah. Tips the ball onto Styles. Styles up to the 40-metre mark. back now is Tim Yonkers. Yonkers just stops short of halfway. Rowley ships the ball onto Chris Hill. Hill, that's a powerful drive forward from Hill. There's a boot that's gone missing there. Rowley onto Cookson. Cookson making a big impression so far. Plays the ball 20 metres out from the line. This is Roberts. Now it's Jeremiah. Jeremiah taking the defence on. Electric step. Powerful offload. Tried to lay the ball back. But that knock-on comes in on the last tackle. And we've got a handover situation. Finn plays the ball to Bostock, who will look to try and gain some metres from behind, but that's great defence from the Centurions, forcing back behind the 10-metre mark. Now this is Morn. Morn disappears under a challenge, plays the ball back to Finn. Now this is Bates. Powerful tackle once more from Cookson. Grundy completing the stop. This is Crowthers now. Good yards once more from Crowthers. And penalty goes the way of the Rams. Rowley interfering whilst Crowthers was on the deck. Guilty of giving him a facial perhaps. That's the Rams' fourth penalty of the game. Lawford strokes it into touch. 34 minutes of this game gone. Crowthers with a strong charge forward, equally strong tackle from Roberts. Finn onto Bates, Bates onto Lawford. Lawford well wrapped up by Rowley. Does very well there, did Rowley. And there's a bit of pushing and shoving between him and Lawford. Whedon, this time well held by Jeremiah. Good run forward by Finn. Finn, Rams top scorer last season, 17 tries for him. This is Whedon driving forward. Whedon, of course, experienced with Featherstone and Doncaster. Last tackle in this set. High kick to the corner. Leigh underneath it, however. Experience showing from Rob Smythe. Leigh wanted to get on with things quickly. This is Miles Greenwood. Again, slight broken field in front of him. Good yards from Leigh. This now, Leroy Rivette. Rivette's well met in the tackle by Bates. Robinson also involved. Greenwood onto Hill. Great run forward from Hill. Carries him into the Dewsbury half. Rowley linking with Cookson. Cookson running straight, running hard, running strong. The ball goes loose. In fact, Leigh get the penalty. I think the Centurions were quite fortunate to get the penalty there. It appeared the ball had been lost on contact to me. So can the Centurions get forward into another promising attacking position? Rowley turns, looks for a runner. It arrives in Rob Smythe. Smythe inside the 20-metre mark. He'll play the ball back to Rowley. Rowley, dummies, hands it on now to Roberts. Roberts lays the ball back to Rowley. Rowley again pushes the pass. Cookson wasn't comfortable with that. The ball's gone back. This is Grundy. Grundy drives it up centre field. All on waves our match official. A Dewsbury hand dropped upon that one. This is Rowley now. Rowley scurrying forward. Looks for the running of Chris Hill. Chris Hill 15 metres out from the Dewsbury line. Bates lashed out at Rowley. Rowley's asking what was happening there. And Leigh have got to keep their heads in this encounter. They currently still trail on the scoreboard by 18 points to 16. Mr. Hicks speaking with the experienced David Bates. Quick tap taken from Rowley. Rowley again wins another penalty, running straight at Finn. And in fact, Finn has been dismissed temporarily from the field, sin-binned for being offside. This time Leigh slowing things down. The call has come for 2 points from the bench below. So this attempted conversion of a penalty to try and drag Leigh back level. So Jeremiah with this attempt, again taking his time. We're only a couple of minutes away from the half-time siren. It's to level the game, the flags are raised, and it's 18 apiece.
And a successful penalty, ladies and gentlemen, for the Leigh Centurions, number 7, Jeremiah.
So again, it's a high kick, this time into centre field. Jeremiah's underneath it, shrugs away from one, shrugs away from two. In fact, the penalty goes the way of Dewsbury. There was obstruction in back play. Silly play from the Centurions. That's the Rams' 5th penalty of this half. And the experience of Francis Maloney says we'll try and take the 2. This should be a gift, 2 points for the Rams. This will be the last kick of the half. So Maloney to hand his side a half-time lead by the slenderest of margins. That kick puts Dewsbury in front, and the half-time score 20 points to 18. Please join us after the break.
Half-time draw once again, 4-0, 2-5-4, and it has not been cleared yet. The prize is here at the control box waiting for you. While we're waiting for the teams to come back out, ladies and gentlemen, once again we'll mention one or two of our sponsors down here at the Technical Stadium. We're in the Dewsbury Rams. John Allison Cummings of Drive Hire, Mark Woodley of Woodlake Taylor James, Andrew Elliott of Waker Kershaw, who will be choosing today's man of the match, and guests from NBE Holdings, Kingswood of Brothers Merchants, and Peterborough Metals. And of course our new Roger Rams, sponsored by Eric F. Fox, Football Directors from Bradford Road and Blackburn.
and welcome back to second half coverage of this Leigh on video production. We have changed the mics in half time, so we do apologise if you weren't able to hear this commentary in full in the first half. Hopefully we won't have that problem in the second. You join us with the Centurions trailing by 2 points at half time. It's 20 points to 18 in favour of the Rams. Aaron Jeremiah getting us underway at the start of the second half. A high hanging kick taken by the number 4 Chris Hall. It was a physical tackle from Cookson. This is Bates, Irish international Bates, gets up to the 30-metre line before disappearing under a 3-man tackle. Whedon onto Crowthers spinning in the tackle, couldn't offload the ball. Whedon onto Bates meets Cookson head on, just about manages to get beyond the 50-metre line. Lawford onto Bretherton, one of 3 try scorers in the first half for the Rams. Plays the ball back to Whedon. Now it's with Lawford, that's going to come down with snow on it. It's not a particularly deep kick. It's palmed backwards. Oh, and the mistakes come in. Hall feeds the ball on, and that's a soft try for the Centurions to concede. Bostock, the man who scores it, Aaron Jeremiah, was meant to just drop on the ball, but it just sort of squeezed out. Hall followed up, and Bostock goes in for the first try of the second half. A second half that is barely a minute old.
Number 3, Andrew Bostock.
Well, Bostock had 2 tries before today. That's his 3rd one of the season. And this is the reason why Francis Maloney is teeing up this conversion attempt. That was a gift-wrap try from the Centurions right at the start of the second half. The flags waved away, just tell you that was an unsuccessful kick. But the Rams, they've increased their lead. They lead 24 points to 18. So it's Aaron Jeremiah back on the halfway line to get this game restarted. It's a high kick coming down end on end. It's taken comfortably, but the ball's popped out. It's bounced to Roberts. Now Leigh fed it wide. Alstead loses his footing, disappears underneath the tackle from Bretherton. Tim Yonkers in at dummy half. Just drives forward, gains a couple more metres for the Centurions. Good position for an instant reply. This is Cookson. Now Rowley onto Jeremiah. Delayed a pass for Styles. Styles is going to get in. Styles has gone over. The referee's going to award this try. And again, the Centurions have almost instantaneously replied. 3 minutes gone of this second half, and they've closed this gap. It's 24 points to 22. Well, it turned out to be a lovely short ball from Aaron Jeremiah, who will try and convert.
We're not quite sure, but we think it's number 17, John Cookson.
So it was Styles that scored the try. The stadium announcer just getting that call incorrect. Jeremiah's taking his time. Kicked 3 from 4 in the first half. This is his first conversion attempt of the second. Leigh could do with this 2 points. And the ironic cheers tell you that that's been waved away also. So the scoreline now remains 24 points to 22 in favour of the Rams. So Lawford with the restart, keeps it low, it's bouncing, it's bobbling. Straight into the arms of Tommy Grundy, who sets himself for a big charge. It ended up being a big tackle from Bretherton. That's Dave Olstead. Olstead barreled back towards the 20-metre line. Rowley onto Hill. Hill, good driving forward. Well met in the defence though. This now, Tim Yonkers. Yonkers up to the 40-metre line. Rowley just probing, looks to bring Hill into it. Hill driving play over the halfway line for Leigh. Ball now back with Aaron Jeremiah. It's a high kick straight down the ground, comfortable enough for Hall to take. Hall operating at full-back at this moment, runs it back but ends up then being pushed back in a 3-man tackle by Leigh. Morn in at dummy half. Morn tries to make some more metres. It's a good run from Morn, almost bust that tackle. Now this is Crowthers. Quick play the balls at the moment from Dewsbury. Now Bates. Bates carrying the ball one-handed. Only as far as Paul Rowley. Whedon. Onto Robinson. Robinson proved quite difficult to contain in the first half. Not the biggest of players, but with a belligerent running style. Kick comes in from Lawford. It's in behind, it's bouncing harmlessly down to Rob Smythe. Smythe trying to centre the move. It's an arcing run. Thought for a second about linking with Greenwood, but Greenwood got taken out in that play. This is now Greenwood driving it forward from dummy half. Rowley onto Jeremiah. Jeremiah onto Leroy Rivette. Rivette thought about an offload, then thought it was too risky. This is Styles, the last try scorer for Leigh. Driving play up towards the halfway line now. Rowley scurries forward, links with Chris Hill. Hill gets away from Crowther's tackle. The ball goes loose. It appeared to be punched out. Bit of open space running for Hall. Tim Yonkers is replaced for the Centurions. Lawford spreading the ball wide. Bretherton. Bretherton strong run. Plays the ball to Lawford now. Lawford onto Bates. Bates running at Hill. Hill and Cookson with the stop. Rob Roberts also involved. This is Robinson. Sam Butterworth, the man who's got on the field for the Centurions. This is Maloney. The ground just hushing to see what Maloney could come up with, and on that particular occasion Leigh had him well watched. This is Whedon. Whedon probing. Goes to ground 10 metres out from the line. It's the last tackle on this set. Lawford lays his pass on to Crowthers. Leigh trying to hold him up. They force the turnover. Good defence from the Centurions there. And now Crowthers and Roberts going at it hammer and tongue. Well, Mr. Hicks just waiting in back play till it all cools down. Butterworth has ended up with possession. The clock has been stopped whilst Mr. Hicks speaks to both his touch judges. We remain to see what's been said, or what's going to be said, and what the result of all that will be. Leigh seem to be holding their ground. Just speaking with Lawford. And the Centurions get the penalty. Lashing out in the tackle. Roberts gets on with things quickly, fires the ball into the stand here. Rowley taps, links with Butterworth. This is Cookson. Cookson lifted in the tackle. He'll play the ball just short of the 40-metre line. The tempo's hotted up here so far in this game. This is Hill now. Hill driving forward. If that's not a grapple tackle, I don't know what is. Straight round his neck. This is Roberts. Roberts with a short straight run. This is Stevens. Stevens back on. That's a strong run from Stevens. Driving Leigh within range. Leigh 20 metres out. This is Grundy. Grundy brushes off one. Finds himself well wrapped up by Bretherton. Rowley. Dummies. Attacks the short side. Little kick forward for Alstead to chase. Hall did well to get the ball out. And we're going to have a scrum on the 10 metre line. Hall had no other option. He had Alstead breathing down his neck. It was a potential try for the Centurions. Rob Smythe applauds that play. Says let's keep this pressure on. Sam Butterworth to feed the scrum. Links with Aaron Jeremiah. Jeremiah taking it to the line. Lays it off for Miles Greenwood. Greenwood flicks the ball back. Leigh weren't aware of that. Dewsbury seemed to have recovered, but the referee says there's a knock-on involved somewhere, and the head and feed goes the way of the Rams. Perhaps just a slight loss of composure there from Greenwood. All he had to do was take the tackle. But Lawford feeds the scrum. Referee wants it to be taken again. Leigh trying to put a bit of a push on, but the referee still not happy with the scrum. Lawford collects, hands it on to Maloney. He links with Bretherton. Bretherton plays the ball back now to the number 4 Hall. Physical tackle. That's Bates. Bates loses the ball. Alstead picks up and retrieves possession for the Centurions. No advantage, so we're going to have another scrum packed down on the 20 metre line. We've had almost 12 minutes gone of this second half. The Centurions still trail 22 points to 24. Dewsbury have been good value for their 2-point advantage in this game. Butterworth will feed the scrum. Butterworth collects, then hands it on to Greenwood. Greenwood stopped on the 20 metre line. This line will just play the ball. This is Jeremiah. Jeremiah linking with Stevens. Stevens spinning. Arcing run from him takes him up to the 10 metre line. Rowley's in at dummy half. Links with Roberts. Roberts looks for Jeremiah. Jeremiah on to Butterworth. Butterworth standing in the tackle. No support coming to him. Dewsbury had every man well watched then. Scrappy pass back to Greenwood. Greenwood swapping passes with Butterworth. Butterworth steps, lays the ball back to Stevens. Stevens taking on Maloney, bounces away from him, flicks the ball back now to Styles. Styles, weaving run, then into heavy traffic. He'll play the ball 7 metres out from the line. This is Jeremiah. Jeremiah onto Roberts. Roberts onto Butterworth. Butterworth back to John Hill. Hill driving for the line. He'll play the ball 5 metres away from the line. Rowley. Rowley kicks it forward. Oh, it's a mistake behind the in-goal area, and Leigh have forced the drop out because of it. And the pressure's building on this Dewsbury side. Can they keep the Centurions at bay? Remember, it's the Rams with a 24-22 lead. Tries from Lawford, Francis Maloney, Bostock and Bretherton. 4 goals from Maloney, making up their 24 points. Mistake comes in from Roberts. And a knock-on is called against the Leigh number 6. He's not keen on the call. After a minute, the ball did appear to go backwards, but you've got to play to the whistle. But he's still asking all about that one. Paul Rowley looks bemused. Lawford feeds the scrum, collects at the base, links with Francis Maloney. Perhaps it's the respite that the Rams were after. Bostock tries to shrug his way clear of 2 more tacklers, plays the ball onto Finn. This is Robinson, strong run forward from Robinson. Hughes completes the tackle. I think that's Josh Whedon out wide. Now this is Maloney. Maloney drops it. Lawford onto Hall. Still play continues. This is Lawford. Lawford puts it on the toe. Rob Smythe had to do some great evasive work to get the ball out of play there. It forces a drop out at the other end, and now can Leigh hold out. So it'll be Aaron Jeremiah to get this game back underway. We've had 15.5 minutes of the second half played. Aaron Jeremiah with this drop out from underneath his own sticks. It's the 35-metre dropout, but only as far as Crowthers. Crowthers seemed to raise the arm into Roberts. Nothing was said at all. Roberts going his own back in the tackle. This is Dominic Maloney back on for a second stint on the field, driving it forward just in beyond the 20. Finn onto Lawford. Now it's with Hobson. Hobson back to Maloney. Inside balls for Hall. Leigh snuffed the danger out on that particular attack. Finn at dummy half once more. Shuffles it to the right. Maloney. Long flat pass to Bostock. Leigh having all kinds of problems containing Bostock. Out on that right hand side for Dewsbury. This is Maloney. Maloney flat pass to Hobson. Hobson tries to drive his way forward through the tackle of Grundy. It's the last tackle in this set. Lawford goes to the boot. It's a lovely kick. The mistake comes in from Bretherton. He couldn't hold on, and that was an important interception, almost from, or intervention I should say, from Rob Smythe. The Dewsbury crowd very appreciative of the efforts of their troops this afternoon. Miles Greenwood plays the ball to Jeremiah. Jeremiah takes them on, beats one with his step. They were holding him down. Greenwood trying to clear the ruck. He's got to be careful he doesn't concede a penalty. This is Stevens meanwhile. Stevens up to the 30-metre mark. Now Rivette running forward. Manages to get through the tackle of Crowthers. Looks for a quick play the ball. Grundy's in there. Hands it on now to John Hill. John Hill with Butterworth. Now it's Jeremiah. Jeremiah out wide to Hughes. He's broke down the right. He's laid it back inside to Greenwood. Greenwood flicks the ball. It's taken by Clough. Clough's gone out there now. Clough's looking to pass. Mistake comes in from Stevens. It's palmed on. That was Olstead. Play on, says the referee. This is Rob Smythe. Now this is Hill. John Hill will play the ball just outside the 20-metre line. Last tackle in this set. Penalty goes away of the Centurions. Silly play from Dewsbury. And would you look at leveling the scores, it looks like Leigh are wanting to get on with things. 18 minutes of this second half gone. And Jeremiah sees the sign from the dugout below. And we'll go for two. It's a gift 2 points, or it should be. It's directly in front of the sticks. As I said, 18.5 minutes of this second half gone. Jeremiah looking for his fourth goal of the afternoon. So this to possibly draw the Centurions level. The flags are raised. There's a stunned silence here at Dewsbury. And then the boos ring out around the Tetley Stadium. Meanwhile, we're all tied up. It's 24 points apiece. The Leigh crowd now getting behind their team. Lawford again hammers his kick low. It's down to Butterworth. He links with John Hill. Hill to try and break the 20-metre line. He's done a little bit better. Strong drive from Hill. John Clough now onto Roberts. Roberts dummies, takes a strong run himself and a bit of punishment for his trouble. Clough onto Butterworth. Now this is Grundy. Clough. Now that's Stevens. Stevens travelling forward over the halfway line for the Centurions. This is Roberts. Roberts thought about the inside pass. The ball's gone loose. Play on, says the match official. Francis Maloney unleashes Crowthers. He then passes the ball wide to Bretherton. Bretherton seemed to take a knock in the tackle. Play is allowed to continue. Halstead continues with his tackling stint. This is now Dominic Maloney. Maloney, strong run in centre field. There's two Dewsbury players down in back play. This is Whedon. Whedon sprays his pass wide to Bostock. That's a much better tackle from Hughes on Bostock. And the referee eventually calls held. This is now Maloney again. The 19-year-old prop making good yards on the run.
Come on now, let's get it back to him.
That's a scrappy play, the ball. All on. Mistake coming in. And John Hill racing up to put pressure on Francis Maloney and force a turnover. Clough onto Stevens. Stevens runs into heavy traffic. Bretherton still receiving some attention beneath us. This is Grundy. Grundy just looking to step on the inside. Ryan Glynn's back out there. He's in playing at the centres. This is Butterworth. Butterworth steps. Look to offload. There wasn't anybody in support. The two runners are already gone. This now Stevens. Stevens driving forward. Takes on Hobson. Goes down 30 metres out from the Dewsbury line. This is Jeremiah. Jeremiah just thought for a second of the offload. It's the last tackle in this set. Miles Greenwood. Out it goes to Leroy Rivette. He kicks forward. It's one to put pressure on. It's well read, however, by Glynn. And a penalty now goes the way of Dewsbury. Pressure's mounted in this game. 24 apiece it is on the scoreboard.
The number is 40254. And also, Richard Chapman is part
and the clock's been stopped.
There is a special show down at the Frontier.
I think it's Ryan Glynn who's been injured.
A dance band called Men's Club, a top comedian Billy Dean, and the tickets are £10 available.
He's only just gone back onto the field.
Or from the Frontier, or Richard Chapman himself, and today Ian Priest is also selling those tickets.
There's certainly some concern for the young fullback. Thankfully he's now sitting up. He'll be okay to continue. In fact, he's just limping off slightly. Meanwhile, the penalty went the way of the Rams, and Francis Maloney buries that into touch. Finn taps. Hands the ball on to a willing runner who disappears under the tackle of Grundy. This is Francis Maloney now. Takes the tackle of John Hill. Flynn. Oh, that's good play between Hobson and Finn. This is Whedon. Now it's Lawford. Lawford back to Crowthers. Crowthers was looking for a support runner, but the ball's dropped just right for Clough. This is Rob Smythe. Rob Smythe making the break. Feeds it on to Greenwood. It's a foot race. Can he win it? Is there a chaser coming in? And they stop him right on the line. Greenwood will be looking for a quick play of the ball. Long pass from Butterworth. Oh, and that's a great try in the corner from Tim Yonkers. Yonkers has done very well to get up with play. He's not long been back on the field, and that's a great intervention from Yonkers. All the running being made from Smythe and also Greenwood, and the Centurions have finally taken the lead. They currently have the front, 24 points to 26.
The score yellow there for the Leigh Centurions, number 2, Rob Smith.
I think in the excitement of that try being scored, I actually announced the scoreline incorrectly. The Centurions currently lead 28 points to 24 and not 26-24 as I mentioned. Jeremiah with this very difficult conversion attempt. Jeremiah setting himself. He's kicked it again. It's been waved wide by the touch judges. So the scoreline here remains Dewsbury Rams 24, Leigh Centurions 28. That try coming 65 minutes in. There's 15 minutes remaining. That's a strange kick-off taken on the full by Butterworth. This is now John Hill. John Hill, well wrapped up in the tackle. This is Rob Roberts. Just sets himself for the drive. Again, it looks suspiciously like a grapple tackle on Roberts, but he gets up and plays it. This is Stevens. Stevens, strong running. Leigh have got to play mistake-free football for this last 14 minutes as Jeremiah splits them on the left fringe. Inside it goes now to Miles Greenwood, and this time there'll be no one to stop Greenwood. Greenwood goes in right underneath the sticks. And 2 tries in 3 minutes have suddenly taken the Centurions away from the gallant hosts. Was a fine break down the left hand side by Jeremiah. He showed a clean pair of heels to the inside man, laid the pass on just in time for Miles Greenwood to streak away for his 6th try for the club and his 6th try of the season. We've got a change in goal kicker. It's Adam Hughes to attempt the conversion. This one bang in front of the sticks. So Hughes converts comfortably, and suddenly the Centurions are open a 10-point gap. They lead 34 points to 24. So Lawford with this restart again keeps it low, aims it for this corner. He finds the touchline despite the attempts of Grundy to keep it in field, and the Rams haven't given this one up. So Lawford feeds the scrum. Again, Mr. Hicks not happy with it. Wants it to be taken again. This time Lawford scoops it, and that's a mistake coming in from the most experienced man on the pitch, a former England international. And I think that basically says that the Centurions have this one under control at the moment. They lead by 10 points, 6 tries in this game. Greenwood with the last try. Adam Hughes also scoring. Styles, Grundy, Yonkers and Cookson, the other men on the scoreboard. 4 goals from Jeremiah, 1 from Hughes. Currently gives them the 34 points. This is Butterworth. Butterworth breaks through. Crowthers had to make an important tackle there. This is Roberts. Roberts driving straight and true. This is John Hill now. John Hill wide pass out to Yonkers. Hughes was motoring onto that one. That famous one-handed carry almost came into play there. This is Rivette. Rivette just concentrates on a simple drive forward. Clough's at dummy half once more. Now it's Jeremiah. Now Butterworth. Butterworth taking them on. Drives through one tackle. Couldn't escape the clutches of Leigh and Finn. This is Roberts. Roberts slices that one. And Glenn comes down with it. Comfortable take for the fullback. Yonkers it was with the tackle. This is Bostock. Bostock. Again another strong run. Brushes Miles Greenwood aside. Good job that Adam Hughes was there. Now Maloney. Maloney taking them on. Breaks through in centre field. And then stumbles. Well, you would have fancied 2 years ago him to go underneath the sticks on a run like that. That seemed to be a forward pass. Now Crowther's on the charge. Crowther's to play the ball back just inside the 30-metre mark. This now is Hall. Hall driving forward up into the 20-metre line. He's had a good game as Hall. His first appearance of the season, remember. This is Lawford. Lawford, banana kick. Interesting one. Smythe takes it comfortably. Mounds all over the top of him, but we're just going to have a play on. This is Cookson. Cookson with a strong charge forward. 11 metres made on the run. This is now Roberts. Leigh playing things simply. Upended in the tackle, and he still comes up carrying the ball in one arm. You get the feeling that Roberts is enjoying himself out there as Chris Hill pummels his way forward. Clough onto Roberts. Roberts onto Butterworth. Butterworth slips two and manages to slip his pass around the corner. This is Olstead. Olstead's forced close to the touch. Lawford it was with the stop. Clough onto Butterworth. Butterworth drills his kit low. It's one for Glenn to pick up, and he runs it back in centre field. Butterworth it was with the tackle also. And a penalty this time going the way of the Rams. That's the 7th penalty of this game. Coincidentally, the Centurions have 6 for their trouble. That's a fine touch finder from Lawford. And Otis Young, Luke Haig's back out there. He'll tap the ball and look for Lawford. Lawford laying it wide to Maloney. Maloney onto Whedon. It's opened up for Whedon. They're not going to stop Whedon. And Whedon crosses out wide. This game's not finished yet. Well, Leigh seemed to hesitate, just awaiting some call from the touch judge. It never came, and Whedon raced away for the try, which keeps the Rams well on course in this one. Scoreline currently 28 points to 34. We've had a battle royal in this 3rd round of the Carnegie Challenge Cup. So Maloney it is with the conversion attempt. Cheers from the Leigh section of the crowd trying to put him off. But the flags are raised and the gap has been closed now to just 4 points. It's Dewsbury Rams 30. Leigh Centurions 34. So it's back to the halfway line, this time with Adam Hughes. Hughes drills his kit long. Lawford has to race for it, then lays the pass onto Crowthers. Crowthers can't make it past the 20-metre line. Leigh need to concentrate. Haig passes on to the big figure of Andy Hobson. Former Halifax forward gains 10 metres. This is Martin Robinson. He'll play the ball back to Haig. Leigh only had one marker there, and Haig taking advantage of it. Carrying Dewsbury into the Leigh half. And the fans really behind the Rams at the moment. Lawford, little kick over the top. It's come up for Crowthers. Crowthers well tackled by Butterworth. Last tackle. Out wide it goes with Bretherton. Bretherton just toes it forward twice. Manages to pick up. Can Leigh stop him from offloading? It will be a turnover. Leigh just about recovering from that improvisation from Bretherton. Roberts just checking where he should be playing this ball. And the clock's back on. This is Cookson. John Cookson finds himself well wrapped up in the tackle. Leigh are going to have to battle for every yard forward. This is Roberts. Roberts offloads for Clough. Clough takes it up, beats two, beats the third, can't escape the fourth. Whedon it was with the tackle. Meanwhile the touch should just run on over on the far side. Paul Rowley just checking that his compatriot's okay. Andy Hobson, the man being brought before the match official. And a penalty goes the way of the Centurions. That's their 7th penalty of the game. Tap taken by Roberts. Roberts has run the ball forward tirelessly this afternoon when not trying to spray the pass wide. This is Clough. Clough takes another knock for his trouble. Now Butterworth. Butterworth onto Roberts again. Now this is Chris Hill. Paul Rowley. This is Yonkers. Yonkers driving forward up to the 30-metre line. This now Rowley. On to Clough. Clough kicking forward. It's ball back, however. And the Centurions continue with this uneasy 4-point lead that they have. 10 minutes ago it looked like the Centurions were going to eventually drag away from the Rams, but they fought back well in the last 10 minutes. We've got about 4 minutes remaining. Lawford on to Hall. Hall makes the break. Tackle comes in from Roberts, helped out by Greenwood. Penalty goes the way of the Rams. That's the Rams' 8th penalty of the game. Lawford wanting to get on with things quickly. It's a huge boot forward. So tap comes in from Haig. Now this is Lawford. This is now Dominic Maloney. Maloney's added an extra dimension since going back onto the field for Dewsbury. Haig. Dummies one way, goes to the right, links with Hobson. Hobson barrels forward, tries to offload. Yonkers wrapped himself round the ball, however. This is Lawford. Lawford, short past the Crowthers. Crowthers stretches over. And Dewsbury have scored. They've levelled matters. That's Crowthers' 5th try of the season. That short pass proving Leigh's undoing. And that was Dewsbury's 6th try of the afternoon. So the Rams have seen tries from Bostock, Maloney, Dean Lawford, Crowthers, Bretherton and Whedon. And we're almost in stoppage time by my watch. Maloney with this all-important kick. He's kicked 5 from 5 in his previous attempts. And the Rams have shown great spirit to hit back from being down by 10 points just 15 minutes ago. So on, the Dewsbury crowd rises, and the Rams have the front again. It's 36 points to 34. So the ball's back on the halfway line now with Adam Hughes. So Hughes, short restart. It's a hanging one. Leigh chase after it. Josh Whedon was underneath it. Bostock running in centre field. This will be a famous victory if Dewsbury can hang on. This is Hobson now. Hobson driving forward, up past the 40-metre line. Completion of this set will be the order of the day for Dewsbury. Haig onto Whedon. Whedon almost through the first up tackle from Clough. Now this is Dominic Maloney. Maloney, it's a fine drive. Last tackle of the set. Lawford keeps his kit low. It bounces over the head of Smythe. As I mentioned, we're into stoppage time. The Centurions tries being scored this afternoon by Miles Greenwood, Adam Hughes, Melangi Styles, Tommy Grundy, Tim Yonkers and John Cookson. Aaron Hennemeyer has kicked 4 goals and Adam Hughes 1. Can the Centurions come up with something from this last set of possession? Hobson went down with a touch of cramp. And it's Butterworth to feed. Now this is Greenwood. Greenwood's upended in the tackle. Butterworth just running forward. That's a great tackle on him. But play the ball for Clough. Clough's up centre field, up to the 40-metre line. Now Miles Greenwood. Greenwood does the same into Dewsbury territory. What's the Leigh shape like? Rowley onto Butterworth. Butterworth again opts to take the ball forward. The ball's gone loose. Penalty goes the way of the Centurions. Could Leigh go for goal here and level matters to take this tie into extra time? They're going to go for goal and ask Adam Hughes to take the attempt. It's just over 30 metres out from the H's.
First final round of whistle is no round up.
So this kick to take the game into extra time. Willis one on the sideline calling for a big chase of this kick no matter what happens. Hughes strikes it. It's wide. And the final whistle goes. Dewsbury have done it. Dewsbury are into the 4th round. They win 36 points to 34. Thank you very much.